That sounds good because all the holiday food and those goodies can leave you feeling awfully bloated. So coming up, we've got tips from a natural health expert on how you can avoid that holiday bloat. It's all ahead. San Antonio Living starts now.
San Antonio Living starts right now.
Now, still ahead on San Antonio Living, all of that holiday food and goodies, they can leave you feeling full and bloated. So coming up, we've got tips from a natural health expert on how you can avoid that bloated feeling this holiday season.
But first, all the holiday food and goodies can leave you feeling full. So we've got tips from a natural health expert on how you can avoid the holiday bloat. We'll be right back.
Now, the holidays and overeating usually go hand in hand, but luckily our good friend Dr. Bryce Wylde is with us to give us some tips to prevent that holiday bloating. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks so much for having me. I call November Bloatvember and December Bloatcember. Like those are the, holiday meals everywhere. Listen, in North America, we just overconsume. We eat till we're full. You don't need to eat till you're full. You know, it's just overdoing it.
We really do.
Yeah.
We do.
Yeah.
I know. It's a curse, but the holiday season, it's hard to avoid that with how many parties you're going to, with the family get-togethers, but you have some great tips to put it into perspective and to help us fight that bloated feeling.
I do.
Okay.
So IBS, a part of that sort of bloated, distended feeling, which is a classified diagnosable irritable bowel syndrome, is epidemic. And here's a really cool tip for folks out there. It's a classification of foods. You look at this, grouping of foods here, and you might think, wow, that's really healthy looking. Whole wheat, good dairy, yogurt, onions, garlic, apples, cauliflower here, beans. Now, what you're looking at is quite healthy for the average person, but there are folks out there that react to this food, and here's why.
Okay.
There's a classification of ingredients in these foods called FODMAP. It's an acronym, FODMAP.
There we go.
Monash University, Australia did all the research behind this. FODMAP stands for fermentable oligosaccharides, disaccharides, and polyols.
I'm glad you said that instead of me.
FODMAP, that's the acronym. So look that up. Here's what you do about it. You exclude some of these foods, and then you reintroduce them over time. And when you determine after exclusion and reintroduction, wow, that actually did cause the bloat, you've identified you are sensitive to FODMAP foods.
Great.
Yeah.
So it just takes a little bit of work, but you really can, identify where the problem is.
This is for the person that's tried everything else, been to the doctor, tried antibiotics, tried probiotics for that matter. We know how important probiotics are for the gut. And frankly, on that note, probiotics need prebiotics in order to thrive and flourish. So when we are bloated in this, the last month, Thanksgiving and coming weeks into the holiday season, we're often bloated due to dysbiosis, imbalanced good and bad bacteria. We need to feed, just like fertilizer to the soil, the good bacteria.
Okay.
How do we do that? So
you're going to tell us.
Fiber is good for you, and this is like a great snack. By the way, you should have these foods before hitting up a party, because you're not going to be served them.
That's a great idea.
The Japanese have something called Hari Hachi Bu, which translates directly into English as eat until you're 20% full. What the heck is that?
We don't know that.
Right?
Here.
We don't know that. You're just like eat until you're 100% full. So 20% full what? So either you can consume some of these foods, and here's a wonderful trick which will also feed the good bacteria, because these are insoluble fiber. They don't really feed the bacteria. Here is soluble fiber, and it's called Sunfiber, and it comes from the guar bean. I did my full due diligence. I've been to India actually to literally be in the field. So in a couple of seconds, you'll see this dissolve. This soluble fiber feeds the good bacteria.
Okay.
It's called Sunfiber. There's a whole bunch of products on the market. One is Regular Girl, which also contains some probiotics, by the way. So it's convenient, tasteless, odorless. You can actually pour it into your water, just like I did right now. And here, give that a try. It literally doesn't taste like anything. That will feed the good bacteria and replenish.
It tastes like water.
Like water. Pour it on your salad. You can even bake with it this holiday season, by the way.
Perfect.
So real super convenient. And by the way, fill up on that before going to a party, and you're likely to eat less of the junk. Now, when you